not know me, I am Neona. I am the owner of Tax Bully Pro as well as KJ Financial Group. Um, let's see, I started in 2021, but my business was Divine Financial Solutions then. So I've been in the game for a little bit, but this is a whole nother ball game. So if you ain't done nothing like as far as owning an office or being a service bureau, you definitely need to stay tuned because that's a whole different ball game with money. So let's get into this. I ain't gonna ramble and keep y'all too long. Hopefully she don't move slow, changing screens, because she about to make me mad. And she is. All right. So, like I said, welcome. This is Tax Pro webinar. So you got 4 problems that you deal with as a tax preparer, not just the owner, not just the service bureau, but as the actual PTIN. Your problem number 1 is you're going to attract and lock in any of your dream clients without chasing them. So how do you do that? Which is we going to talk about, but that's only if you locked in with me. If you ain't locked in with me, I'm not about to give you no sauce, no nothing. Like this is your opportunity to determine if you're going to lock in with me or not. That's just that. Problem number 2 is how to build your workflows and save time and your sanity. That's a big thing, especially during tax season, because the clients are going to keep going. At the end of the day, especially if you're still working a 9 to 5, you don't have time to answer every question that they have. It becomes annoying. You also have to learn how to keep them on a time frame. If they can't call Walmart 24/7, they can't call Liberty Tax and they can't call H&R Block 24/7. Why are you allowing them to call you and text you on a regular basis? Stop it. You're going to drive yourself crazy trying to cater to them when at the end of the day, you need them to make your money, but they need you for your skill. So which one are you being paid for? You being paid for your time of wasting it, answering 50 million questions that they could have asked during a consultation, or is you getting paid to do their taxes, send them on their way, and help them along the way until next tax season. So you got to pick and choose which one are you actually being paid for. But that's a you problem, not a me problem. I'm just gonna give you the tools to figure out how to do it and how to stay sane, because this year I refused to let anybody stress me out. The only people that could actually talk to me on a regular basis was my EROs and my service bureaus. Won't no clients talking to me past no time. I have a AI assistant that does all that, which again is part of your workflows. And if you gotta lock in with me in order to get that sauce, I ain't giving nothing away for free. But problem number 3 is how to understand your funding rates and how you actually get paid. There's a big difference with being a PTIN, being on a split, and being an ERO, getting your full prep fee along with the document fee and your e-filing fee. Sorry, y'all, I had a loss sign. And then when you become a service bureau, especially if you're a service bureau, a ERO, and the PTIN, oh, you getting all the fees. But it's really up to how you're gonna play it out. But anyway, that's a you problem, not a me problem. And then problem number 4 is why most tax pros stay stuck and how about you just break free from all this. That again, the only way you're going to break free from all of it is becoming a service bureau, just being truthful with you. That's the only way that you can actually break away from it, because as a service bureau, you don't have to do taxes. You don't have to do anything but give away software, and you get paid on the back end for every office, which every PTIN off of every file. That's basically how that one works. But you also got to have a lot of patience, and you got to learn how to sell software if you're going to be a service bureau. So if you ain't ready for that, don't jump in it if you're not ready for it. All right. So section 1, you're going to track, lock in your dream clients without chasing them. Again, problem number 1, get clear who you want to work with. Problem number 2, build content, then speak directly to them. Problem number 3, show the experience, not sure, desperation. And then problem number 4, create simple paths to book for them to book you, not confusion, with more conversation. So you can't attract what you haven't identified. If you don't know what kind of clients you really want to work with, how can you attract them? That's one thing you got to figure out. Like, who is your target? Who who do you want to make sure is good and be your word of mouth when you need more clients coming through? You got to think about it the old-fashioned way. Old-fashioned way is word of mouth. So if you're going to go old-fashioned way, you can't say that you want to help everybody, because you can't help everybody and everybody is not your client. That's just like targeting Walmart. The people that shop at Walmart is not Target's clientele, and vice versa. So you got to really think about who you really want to work for. So like, do you want business owners? Do you want W-2 workers? Do you want truckers? Do you want nurses? Like, who are the people that you can attract more than anything? If you have a 9 to 5 and your 9 to 5 has some type of service, try to put the 2 and 2 together, because that way, even though your 9 to 5 have them for a different type of service, you're able to throw yourself out there and be like, look, in order for you to be able to work on this, I can help you with this to get you where you want to be at. That's one way to market yourself. And then it's going to flow like that as long as you sell yourself the correct way. Your content, it has to talk directly to them. It gotta catch their attention. So like with our W-2 workers, a lot of them have problem with their W-4s. Same thing with, they don't understand that something has to be inside a box too in order for something to be in their bank account for a tax refund. I don't think they realize what a refund is until they take something back to Walmart trying. I don't get it, but that's what it is. You gotta be able to explain to them in their terms. So if you got clients that don't really understand the tax lingo, you have to break it down to where they understand. So like, if you follow me, when I talk about credit, I don't give them the whole 9 yards, because they not going to understand it. So I give them the basics that they need in order to get to where they need to go. That's how a lot of my clientele for my credit people come in. But what I have noticed, even though people don't show you right reactions on Facebook, they're still watching you. They're still clocking everything that you do. Just because you don't see them in your reaction or in your comments doesn't mean somebody's not watching you. So you definitely have to market yourself in a certain way so people can see you and be like, oh, okay, check mark. I'm gonna have to come back to her. Or they start following you, or they, you know what I'm saying, they share your content, but you got to give them something to share. You also have to make it easy for them to get to you. So if you want them to book consultations, you want them to, excuse me, fill out your link in order to be a client, where are you putting this information at in order for them to get to it with no problem? One thing is like, all right, if you got your Facebook set up, you can put a link in your Facebook. If you got your bio set up, put your link in your bio. If you have the option to pin a post, do one of your flyers, nice quick little catch, and put your link there. That way, whenever they go to your page, they can find you with no problem. Like, you have to be able to make it easy for them. And a lot of people don't read, y'all. Y'all got to remember, reading is not something that people do anymore. And it's only because we have social media so set up to where, really, if it, like Beyonce right now, if you post something about Beyonce and then turn around and throw your link in there, it's going to catch their attention, because Beyonce is what they're talking about right now. Same thing with Blue Ivy, or you put it on there with Remy. One of them is going to bring their attention. So you have to stay alert of what's going on in order to keep your client's attention. Okay. But you also don't want to make that easy for them to keep jumping in your DMs. So don't tell them to DM me or nothing like that unless you're trying to sell them something. But time is money. Most importantly, make sure it's easy for them to book. Link in the bio. Call to action post. Call to action post, if you don't really know what that means, is book now. I'm available on these days. Like, you have to put something up there that would catch their attention that is clear, easy, and immediate. Like, don't give them anything extra to catch their attention. No, don't do any of that. So, like right now, you can post, hey, we got until October the 15th to file. What are you doing right now? You ain't doing nothing? All right. Click the link below. Straight to the point. Yeah, I gotta make it easy for them. And then you gotta think about like how they doing it. All right. So of course, I'm not showing y'all my workflow unless you're on the team. So I'm just gonna give you a breakdown of what's going on with the workflow. All right. So section 2, of course, workflows that save your time and your sanity. So you got the client intake that is automated. I build out the client intake form for you with your logo, with your name. If you have a team, I'll add your team. But it will ask for everything that you need. It'll ask for their social, their birthday, their address, their documents, their children's documents, their bank information. They'll have them upload all documents. Like all of that stuff is there. Also have a booking link. If you want to meet them in person, if you want to meet them virtually, that booking link is there. Like I said, you got your documents uploaded. All of that will go into their file. Your CRM is a set up office, but it's all on your computer. Also, it has third-party app that would allow you to text your people on the app. Also, will allow you to make, if you opt into it, that's not a free option, but if you opt into it, you can have a business number added onto your CRM where they can call that number. It will call your phone and you can talk to them from there without giving them your personal phone number. Same thing with your AI person. They text you, or if they call and you're unavailable, your AI person will jump in and talk for you. I would set that up too if you chose that, but that's another one that's an option. You can also get payments on your CRM. You can sell products on your CRM. You can also update statuses on your CRM, as in client consultation, documents signed, tax preparation, anywhere that you're at, review, you can update those statuses so you know where each one of your clients is at in your system. But again, you got to lock in order to get the CRM. CRM is only for those that are with me. All right, so section 3, understanding the funding rate. So you actually are getting paid. I mean, most tax pros focus on the client volume. They get robbed. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot. And I was one of those that got robbed. We ain't even gonna lie. So you definitely, instead of focusing on the actual number of clients that you're getting, focus on your dollar amount. Like that's the part that you need to focus on. Once you got the dollar amount down, then focus on how many people you bring in because it's quantity over quality. Like I said that backwards. It's quality over quantity. So you got to definitely make sure that you're giving quality services before you worried about how many you got, because you can get dead service to 100 people, but you can have 50 people and have great service and make more money than you did with that 100 people that you gave crappy service to. So you just you gotta pace yourself. This is not a race. Let's believe, don't watch what other people are doing, because if you watch what other people are doing, you're not going to be able to run your own race. You can't. The only person that you're in competition with is yourself. You're not in competition with nobody else. I'm not in competition with my partners. My partner's making more money than me. And you know what? I'm okay with that. You know why? Because that means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm showing them how the game work. They just doing it better than I did. And I ain't even mad. But that's just me. Not a lot of people are like that. A lot of CEOs, service bureaus don't want their people making more money than them. They want to keep them straggling because that's how they make their money. Don't get caught up in that part. All right. So another thing when it comes to the funding rate, you want to make sure, if you are ERO, you want to make sure that you have your funding rate always above 80 before the end of the year. And I say that because that's how you're able to offer loans the following year. If you don't have a good funding rate, the bank won't trust you to bring in more money. Okay. So in order for you to have pre-loans and the post loans, you have to have a great funding rate. Always shoot for at least 80 before the year is over with. But if you don't have 80, don't look for post loans, don't look for preseason loans, don't look for the Christmas loans, don't look for any of that because you're not going to get it. You got to give them back a great funding rate. So when you have clients that don't get funded, make sure you write their names down because baby, you can't come back. You messing up my money. Like make sure you have, but if they, let's put it like this, not say they can't come back, but if they tried to mess you over and knew that they wasn't going to pay you, like they got audited or not audited, but they got offset, but they knew that they owed the money, go ahead and kick them to the curb. Let them be somebody else's problem. Yeah, that's one person down, but it does not mess up your funding rate the following year. You have to pick and choose the right clients because at this point, as the ERO, you can't let somebody mess your money up. That including your team. Your team, you tell them to pick and choose the right people. Don't you pay for the loan fee either. Make them pay that loan fee back to you. Because I'm telling you now, depending on how many loans you shoot out, RA and TPG, let's say you did 10, now let's say you did 20 loans and each one of them was the $75. Okay. So we're looking at like what, 14, maybe 15, like 1,500. All right. So once you get that first drop, oh, they're not just taking the people that got funded with the loans. They taking the whole 15 out. And then you can wait for that money to come in to get your money back. But they taking their money off top. Make sure you let your people know, like, don't give me no stragglers, don't give me no messed up people. Do your due diligence on these clients because they will screw you over. They would definitely screw you over. They don't care about you. All they want is their loan money, or all they want is their refund, that big refund if you can get it for them, and then they go about their business. Basically, it is what it is. But definitely before you partner with anybody, that's if you're not with somebody as an ERO, but if you are a PTIN person, find out what their last 2 years of funding was. If they ain't got no good funding rate, that ain't the office that you want to be in, honey. Like you want to be in an office that can actually bring in money, not lose money. So definitely make sure that you are understanding the funding rate, because that's a bust. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I think I'm trying to get sick. All right. So why are most tax pros stuck at the bottom? Target one. They have no target audience and they don't have no loyal clients. All right. So target two, they don't have automation and they stay burnt out. Got to make your office work for you. You don't work for the office. Remember, you are the CEO. You are not the employee. Got to learn how to split the two up. Okay. Target number three, no funding education and broke seasons. In other words, you didn't control your money. You let your money control you. Okay. You have to learn how to make your money make money for you. You can't go into this game trying to predict how much you're going to make this week or how much you're going to be funded that week. You can't do that because the people that you think gonna get funded, or when they 21 days come up, you be like, all right, they're gonna get their money. I'm gonna get paid. Shoot. The IRS will trick you up so quick and they won't nobody get paid. And then you don't get no funding that week. And then what you did, you done blew your money at the casino, at the bar, at the strip club, wherever you went. You done blew it because you not keeping up with how your money works. You gotta play the game right. All right. And then number 4, there's no accountability, no growth. Like you have to make yourself accountable. If you're going to be a boss, then you got to be a boss. If you're going to be a worker, then be a worker. You can't do both. You have to figure out how to turn the switch on and off. Me personally, I still work a 9 to 5, was going to school, and I was working my business because I had other people that was depending on me to be there. If you got other people depending on you, and if you're a mother, you understand what I'm saying. When you got other people depending on you, then you know you got to go hard. There is no sleep. There is no eating. When you trying to grow something, you trying to nourish it, you're going to put your all into it. If you don't put your all into it, then you're not holding yourself accountable. Then you can't be upset with nobody about your growth but yourself, because only you can control what goes on with your business. But regardless, you can't build it without putting something into it. So people like with me, with my team, I can feed them all day long. I can get them everything that they need. But it takes them to actually take what I'm giving them and actually put it to play. I've given so much that a lot of people ain't using it. And then they're inboxing me, hey, I had this happen. Hey, I had that happen. Where were you at? I gave you the key to the car. Why the car's still sitting there? Like, you gotta hold yourself accountable. You can't grow in a business if you don't do what is given to you. Like, I'm one for one, I'm never gonna say I'm the best at this because I know I'm far from it. I'm trying to get there, but I'm far from it. But what I am going to say is the individuals that I watch and I get my knowledge from, that I pass back down to my team, is doing $1 million months, doing $1 billion years. Like, those are the people I'm watching. I'm not watching the people that are still sitting in the same system as me. So what I give my team is their $1 billion stuff. Like, what I'm giving y'all and what I'm doing is what they're doing for their teams. The one service bureau, and I'm not going to say his name, and it is a man because I don't watch the women. They got too much drama with them. They just did 33,000 tax returns just in his service bureau. Okay. My service bureau, we got a little over 1,000, but I'm still growing. But the whole point is that you got to start somewhere. Don't expect to be up there with the big dogs. When you still a little dog yourself, you got to grow. But if you don't choose to grow or take what they feeding you, you're not going to get to where you're trying to go. That's the whole point of the story. So that is that easy. You got to make yourself grow. You either going to be the CEO or you're going to be the employee, even in your own business. Like during tax season, I'm an employee. When I'm not in tax season, I'm the CEO. You got to pick and choose on where you at. All right, so I'm going to open the floor. If y'all have any questions, if y'all want to say anything, because we're gearing to the end. But just know that it's over 800,000 tax repairs, as well as over 131 ERO holders. And as far as service bureaus, that's how much service bureaus are making as of this year. That's as a whole. So you do the math. Just know, like, we got a lot of competition out there, but you got to put in the work to make this work. So, but like I said, I'm gonna leave it open. If y'all do have any questions, feel free to come off mute. I don't think I have y'all stuck where y'all can't, and ask whatever you might need to. All right, no questions. Cool. Always hit me up if you have any questions. But this is my team. It's straight full family affair. I am the CEO, but I am still an employee along with these three individuals. Jody, which is my partner. She helps me out on the back end. Then my lovely oldest daughter, Shakorian, she helps me out with as far as putting any of any of the ERO's information into the bank products. And then if I need any help with the software, my baby girl, Zayana, helps me with that. If you are on my team, if you're partnered with me, they are in my ERO group. So they are available to you all if y'all need any help or have any questions. They are there. They're very quiet, but they are there. And with that being said, if you're ready to move like a CEO, and if you're not partnered with Taxably Pro just yet, this is the information in order to contact me. Make sure you get with me as soon as possible so we can get you set up and get you ready for 2025 tax season. And with that being said, thank y'all. I enjoyed y'all, and y'all have an amazing night.